Hello and welcome back to Three Pints and a Clean Sheet. This is episode 72 and I'm back on hosting duties this week. Kel, we'll start with you. How are you?
Good, thank you. Yourself.
I am good, thank you. Gregory, how's things?
Yes, ich bin fantastisch. Ich spiele Fußball
Save up
He's
for the
zwei,
Euros.
zwei
I was gonna say,
Stunden in die Woche.
he's obviously been on his Duolingo, so that's good. Right,
Yeah.
let's get fired into it. It's the international break, so Scotland squad has been announced. I know that might have riled up Mr. Kyle Pagan, but I know something that will get him going. Craig Gordon returns to the squad. What do we think? How are we feeling about it? Obviously, back in the Hearts team. Gregory?
I mean, I don't mind it. Like, he clearly deserves to be there. What I do mind is picking 4 goalkeepers.
Yeah, that was a bit of a wacky one.
Because I know he said they're all going to get their chance to shine. Does that mean he's playing a goalkeeper and a half for each of the 2 friendlies? Does that mean...
Surely not.
No, it's going to be Ali Adams. One's going up front.
Yeah, they're going to put... Was that Neil Warnock? What's his name up front? And they scored a hat-trick. I forgot his name.
Him. Familiar with his
Yeah,
look.
him.
Did David James not come out with a pre-printed shirt?
That was Man City days. Stu Pearce.
That was a right back, not a goalkeeper. That's what it is.
Well, anyway, obviously Xander was getting game time when Urangus was injured. But obviously, with Craig Gordon being back in, who knows? You probably said Craig Gordon was first choice before his big injury.
Yeah,
I would say he's past it.
I would say he's probably not going to be first choice now. I would say, genuinely, we've got... The problem is, right, the 4 games we've got before the Euros, we've got one of them that's a serious test, one that's a game we should win, and 2 that's a game where we should thump the opponent. And that's not really the best for working out who your first choice keeper is. You'd assume, in the only game that's going to be a proper test, which is away in the Netherlands today, by the time you're watching this, Friday the 22nd, you'd assume that it'll be Gordon and Gunn starting there, and then the other 2 will get opportunities against Northern Ireland, which is on Tuesday by the time you're watching this.
Yeah, it's one of those, I think. But was it not when you look at the last time we had fixtures, Clark played both of them and you thought they might have rotated them?
Yeah.
I think Gunn's your first choice, really.
I think he has to be. I'm not, I'd like to give Gordon a chance for 45 minutes against the Netherlands, and if he performs well, there's no reason why he couldn't play. The thing is, because it's such a big deal for us, we can't be chopping and changing our keeper at the tournament, and I don't think Clark's the type of manager to do that.
No, he's not.
Well, look at Davy Marshall, the last one, penalty hero, got lobbed from the halfway line by Patrick Sheik.
Yeah, I don't expect the side to be, especially against the Netherlands, I don't expect the side to be very experimental.
Who's his best team?
I think you've got to put out your best team and be regimented and get yourself in the swing of it, even if it is a friendly.
To be fair, he did fuck about against France.
He did.
Fucked about.
But I suppose that's the alternative argument. Like, France is probably the other end of the spectrum of a team that we can have a go against and see what happens. The Netherlands is a properly good chance to beat someone good.
Well, nearly did last time.
Carry on, Robert.
I think it'll be interesting. Obviously, Greg's favourite player has pulled out.
Rejoice for white goods everywhere, as they now have Grant Hanley available back for the Kitchen Appliances 11 to face off against the IKEA 11 in their international friendly.
For anyone who can't decode or translate Greg's message there, that was Grant Hanley has pulled out of the Scotland squad.
Yes.
Another well-experienced veteran in that side won't be there anymore.
As I say, he's away to play for Electrolux United for the rest of the season. I'm running out of kitchen brands.
You were doing really well.
You've written
quite while you're ahead. I was enjoying it.
I took it too far.
He's playing for Samsung United.
That could genuinely be a team in Korea, though.
Steady.
Right,
Samsung's Korean. They could have a works team. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, you think there's something wrong with that. It says more about you.
Steady.
The fact you went up an octave in your voice tells it. I think you're getting a bit defensive now.
I'm not getting defensive at all. You've got is it not
I'm
Elson?
not going defensive.
Is it not
Sorry.
Elson Hyundai who play? Sorry, Hyundai. I've been listening to their adverts. Is it not Elson Hyundai who play in the K League?
I don't know. I don't watch the K
There
League very
definitely
often.
are work teams in the K League.
And
I
welcome
only
to
know
this
to
week's
scroll through them on FIFA once.
welcome to this week's edition of Greg's Tangent.
That was a good
Right.
one.
Anyway, Kyle, who would you
Yes.
have starting at the back?
Depends what your formation is. If it's
No.
the usual 5,
Preferable.
whatever it is, Porteous and that wee other guy, Hendry. And I don't know, McKenna, maybe he's been alright.
Can I just chip in for 2 seconds and say I'd like to apologise to the citizens of Yonbuk. It's actually Yonbuk Hyundai Motors. I do
Is that-
apologise.
Thank God, I was very bloody sick.
Good to see Andy Robertson back in the squad. Obviously,
Yes.
injured on international
Don't play him. Don't play him.
Oh, I forgot about Tierney. I'd rather have him than McKenna.
Don't play either of them. Play Greg Taylor for both games, especially pre-Euros, because you know what will happen, which is that one or both will get injured, and one or both will be injured come the time of the Euros.
True, I did wonder that was going, but you've probably got a point there.
McTominay
starts-
broken neck.
Who starts on the right?
Patterson,
Yeah.
Who else is there?
Ralston.
Rawson's shite, so yeah.
Yeah,
Or Tierney as an inverted right back.
no.
That's a pure FIFA tactic, I have to say.
Or Stuart Armstrong just because he's useless.
It's useless, but he still scores.
Maybe that's Craig Gordon's job to be the new right back.
Again, you'd expect that Aaron Hickey will be back for the Euros. If he's not,
Hope so.
because there is a doubt that he's a doubt for the Euros. You'd hope he's going to be back because again, how good are our options in that position? Actually, we always have got a ton of left backs. A ton of right backs.
Like him.
Well, Tierney,
So-
Tierney, what you call that guy? Hickey's both sides, isn't he? I believe. Right
Yeah,
and left.
Hickey's both sides, which is another reason why we've got a ton of left backs. And it's who else is there?
Ketchy
right-
Anya.
Right back specifically. Alan Hutton.
Right back at 10 years ago.
That's pretty
yeah.
much Ralston and Patterson.
And the fact that Ralston's been selected is depressing.
I rate Patterson. I think he plays well for Scotland.
Does Tino Livramento want a starting space at the Euros? Because if so,
Do you think Taverner would push for a Scotland citizenship?
think who?
Tavernier, even Tavernier, or James.
Tavernier.
Tavernier.
Potato. But the point remains.
James Tavernier. Yeah. I don't know how that works, to be honest. I mean, he's lived here for yonks now, but I don't
I think it's all about
that's-
family now. If you have to have certain.
No, that's
Yeah,
not-
I think it is. I think
it's
you
not that
can get,
kettlefish.
after living there for so many years, you can get obviously
Citizen.
lots of Brazilians who went and played for Zenit, became Russian, but I don't think it works the same between England and Scotland because you were always a UK citizen.
You've got
I think you do need to just have ancestry.
like your grandparents' dogs that be Scottish before you can become a citizen or something like that.
Greg likes Brazilians.
But yes, I do think Jacques Tavernier should be starting for France at the Euros. I think he'll be great if they go to a penalty shootout. It took me so long to remember what French was for James.
I wondered why you were sitting typing in the other one. Obviously, a lack of Calmac to rhyme and a case in the midfield. Yeah,
Yes, massive
Good
chance
time.
for Lewis Ferguson.
yeah.
Ex-
Well, on merit, Lewis Ferguson turned up, Bologna
Mm.
captain.
William
It's the-
Gilmore.
Yes, it's the only way Clark experiments is when there's injuries. Luckily, a midfield, I'd love to see a midfield of McTominay, Ferguson, McGinn, possibly and Gilmore. If you're going to start Dykes, why not play 4 midfielders and give Ferguson a proper shot?
You
We
can
know
play-
he's not going to. We know he's going to play Ryan Christie or Stuart Armstrong.
You can play
because
Christie as a
it's Steve
striker.
Clark.
'cause
Yeah,
It's not a right thing to do, but he's done it before.
we know it's going to be either Dykes and Adams or Dykes and Christie.
What brings me on to my next question: does Shankland get a sniff in this starting 11?
He should.
90 minutes against Northern Ireland, that's his addition. If he doesn't score, he's not starting at the Euros. I
A
think
minute.
it's that simple.
2 minutes against Holland.
And he still scores.
He should, because he's probably the most prolific one we've got. But
He is. He's one of the most prolific strikers in Europe this season.
so
The
I mean,
problem is, he's not a Steve Clark type player.
he's not lanky.
he also he's such a great player, but Clark values work rate above everything, and I don't think Shankland fits into that mold.
Even the ball he will score. That's what you want. Goals win games, not running about like a
That
guy.
is what you want. I just don't know if that's what we're going to get, especially with the opponents we're facing at the Euros. The group we're in, we've got a chance to do well, but there isn't a blow-off game.
Yeah, you can't take your foot off the gas. We need to be consistent over 3.
Not that I'm saying there would be a blow-off game if we were drawn against, off the top of my head, Romania, Slovakia, or Slovenia, especially not because Romania are in quite good form. But Hungary, Germany, Switzerland is not really the type of game where you can afford to experiment.
Yeah.
Unless you've got injuries. Obviously.
Yes. And Lyndon Dykes has been struggling with injuries this season.
Just back to what we were saying about goals. There's no goal scorers in the squad, really, bar Shankland. So
But that's been the
McTominay.
Scotland MO for years. The Scotland MO for years has been spread the goals around the team, specifically into the midfield.
it's not the worst thing having a team of goal scorers, but
There isn't, but
it doesn't always work.
yeah, exactly. We'll see how it goes.
We've got Kenneth
Largely,
My McTominay foghorn just because he forgot.
yeah. Largely, do you agree that the concerns we have over this squad are largely the same as the concerns we had at the last Euros? I don't think anything's fundamentally changed. The questions are, who do we start in goals? Who do we start up front? The rest of the side, relatively settled. Who do we start in goals? Who do we start up front? What do we do if there's injuries in key positions like fullbacks or central midfield?
The difference is the team's more experienced.
Yes, that's the difference.
They seem better. Said Armstrong, he can fuck off.
To wait for him to score.
The problem with Shankland is if we absolutely tank it at the Euros and do terribly, the problem for Clark is that people are they're gonna hold that against him and go, what if you'd started Shankland? He was in such good form. What if? And that is going to be the big question overhanging if Shankland doesn't get a chance and we do tank it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would say so. Well, will we go south of the border?
Right Ed.
Whose idea was this?
I don't know. Right, well, one point I want to bring up is something that I did message Greg about what we said we're discussing the podcast. I genuinely think that Jack Butland should have been in a shout to get a call up this international friendly window. Surely this would have been the chance, but I don't know. Obviously, they look up at us and think Farmers League, but you have to look at the performances he's put in, and he's been playing well in Europe. Granted, we are now out of Europe, but the performances were there. What do you think? Do you think I've got too much of a blue tinted spectacle on?
I'll let Kyle go first because
Let's
I've
see.
already gave you an answer to this.
I would say he's not better than Pickford, but you compare the other two, he's played more than Ramsdale, so Ramsdale's not justifiable.
I think he's better than Pickford, but that's because I don't rate Jordan Pickford.
He's not a bad keeper. I don't know much about Johnson, but I would say he's within his rights to want a call up or think he deserves a call up. Right,
I don't know why he's just whipped out the monster mash.
Just doing the thriller.
Or thriller, right?
So yeah, I would say yes, he should maybe have been in consideration.
Well, I'll give the same answer I gave you at the time, Robert.
Go on then, remind me.
It's Gareth Southgate. What did you expect?
True.
It's the same as the Scotland squad. It's Steve Clark. They're both really conservative managers who implicitly trust the same group of players and have done for ages. I don't think there was ever a chance of Butland getting called up.
As the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
The question is,
what's fixed about it though?
Wasn't it? But he thinks
I
it
don't
works
think
like a treat.
broken.
So
He's going to pick Pickford. He might pick Ramsdale for one game. I don't even know who their second friendly's against. I know they're playing Brazil because I picked it for predictions. But I don't actually know what their fixtures look like. It's Brazil and Belgium, and then pre-Euros they're playing Bosnia-Herzegovina and Iceland.
That's a right bloody challenge.
It is. It's weird given the two hard friendlies now and the two easier friendlies before the tournament.
Maybe
when you're probably going to have more time to experiment now.
Hard testing now. If it goes pear-shaped, get the confidence back up against the other teams.
That's true.
I'm just trying to think of a reasoning for it.
I don't know when the final deadline to cut the squad is as well. There might be some consideration there.
Obviously, I think maybe I was wearing blue tinted spectacles. However, I do think he should have been in with a shout from a neutral point of view.
He's deserving of a call up.
He's
I
played more
didn't
than
expect
Ramsdale
him to
too.
get one.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, Ramsdale's been in and out of that squad.
There's no played against Brentford because Ryan can't play.
Yeah, largely out.
Johnson again, don't know much about him, can't comment. So
Johnson's played 20 games in the Premier League for a meh Palace side. I say meh Palace side, a pretty poor Palace side that's only started to get better in recent weeks.
There's nobody else really, is there? English keeper wise.
The only other good one's injured. The person who should be first choice is injured.
Oh yeah, Nicholas.
Robert obviously disagrees with him being good.
Over Keller, is he not getting a call up anytime
It's
soon?
nothing for Ireland.
Gotcha.
Oh, I love it when you try a bit, Kyle.
I'll try you.
Speaking of people who got called up, Ben White has rejected his call up.
Yes.
What do you think, Greg? Run us through. What's your thoughts?
He's played right back for Arsenal.
Thanks.
Like, he's played right back for Arsenal. I assume that's what he's been called up for. I don't see the obvious right backs in the squad that Southgate's picked. I assume it's Walker and Gomez.
Or Konza, he can double in right back. Stones maybe.
I assume he's picking a back three based on this. Because, yeah, you'd expect, right? And again, if you're Ben White, I see why you reject it. Because it ultimately doesn't matter if you impress this England manager, because you know he's stepping down after the Euros. It's all about impressing the next one. But ultimately, that England right back squad spot in the future is right up for grabs. Because you've got Alexander-Arnold, who
Been centre mid for a while.
has played centre mid for a while. Southgate doesn't like, but will surely get a chance under the new manager. You've got Reece James. Again, probably the solution long term, but you never know.
I stay in the pitch for more than 2 games.
Yes.
It's
You've
a shame-
got
it's a
Walker
shame-
who's getting on, Trippier who's getting on. There is an opportunity there for someone.
It's a shame Tavernier is French.
Yeah,
You just slot right in
is.
there.
That's the real. Why are we asking about Jack Butland? The real question is, with Ben White rejecting the call up, why is James Tavernier not in this squad?
I was outraged. I imagine that. Imagine the meltdown after that.
I would say Jared Brantwaite, Carlisle's finest, getting a call up's a good thing.
Yes.
Everton, yes, but
Everton, yes, but genuinely, I think I can say he's been Everton's best player this season with fair confidence. That every time I've watched him, he's been outstanding.
Who else is there? Onana.
Yeah,
Gordon getting a call up as well.
Yes. Sorry, I thought you were saying he was a candidate for Everton's best player of the season. I was like,
no. I had Everton in my head because Gordon, but no, I was genuinely meaning your favourite because.
Brantwaite, the latest in a long line of players that get called up for by Southgate based on form and being one or two who'll get a cap and then disappear forever again.
Like Lewis Dunk, but he's back in the team, so at that point it's redundant.
He is. Again, there's going to be centre back positions up for grabs for England soon. There's no reason why Brantwaite can't have one of them.
He's quite young as well, isn't he?
Yeah, you've got Mings injured as well, and Mings was filling that position of a big lanky guy for a while.
And he's a left-footed centre half. They don't come very often.
Exactly.
Yeah. And obviously Man United's new star boy getting a call up as well. What do we think about that, Menu?
He's some player.
If he didn't play for Man United, he wouldn't be called up.
No, I disagree.
He's played well, I have to say.
He terrorised Liverpool in that game. Just gone.
Yeah.
He's been quite good. He's composed. He's a good player.
I think he's putting a good shift in the Premier League. I think it was due. He likes the. I feel like Southgate always does have one that he pulls up.
Yeah, I thought it was Brantwaite.
Yeah.
Again, that midfield, like, to be fair, he's done a good job because he's not called up Calvin Phillips and he has called up Kobe Manu, which is a clear upgrade.
I would say he's called up Henderson, who's.
Yes. Like, again, it depends if he wants to play, like, it depends where he wants to play people in that squad, because Bellingham's played further forward, Rice is starting to move further forward. You know, who's holding that England midfield?
Jordan Henderson.
Probably Gallagher.
Probably.
Gallagher's been quite defensive, hasn't he?
He can be, but I don't see him as that type of player.
And Gomez has been playing sort of holding for Liverpool sometimes.
Yeah, to use the world's word, like to use the shirt number analogies that people do on Twitter, Gallagher for me is more of a number 8 than a number 6.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's box to
He's
box, but
more of a box to box playmaker type player than a proper defensive outright one. I think
There's-
Rice probably will play that role.
you don't remember it's like a Rodri, like a crunching fella.
Correct. That's what Phillips did for quite a while, pretty well.
It did.
Yeah.
And then I don't think there's a ton of surprises in the others. Good to see Cole Palmer there.
Bowen's a big
Deserves
one.
it based on form.
You don't see Bowen very often, do you? I don't really follow England call-ups, so maybe not.
You don't see what?
Bowen, Jared Bowen, West
I
Ham.
think increasingly recently, again, deserves to be there based on form.
Yeah.
Tony,
Depends. Carry on.
Tony's
That was really-
interesting after the whole controversy, to be honest.
he's not been back that long from his ban.
Yeah.
He hasn't. I think you'd imagine that Kane. So Kane's going to the England squad despite being injured at the weekend. You'd expect that they don't risk him.
Maybe like off the bench last game, maybe.
I'd expect what
Probably just more experienced figure sitting on the bench.
Yeah. Well, he is also captain.
Yeah, exactly.
Similar to Gordon with Scotland, he would just be there for experience to pass on and whatnot.
Yeah.
Might make my point earlier, but I forgot.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
Harry Maguire, he's been. Sorry, I didn't jump in. That's a weird one. Harold.
Is it? No, it's not.
Feel-
I
feel like it kind of goes back to Greg's argument of he picks what he likes.
Yeah, I suppose. Doesn't really
If
much
you'd,
else,
gave,
but-
if you'd gave me any amount of like, if I had to put my own money on two players being called up into this England squad, I would have put quite a lot of money on Harry Maguire and Jordan Henderson.
It's like going for a takeaway, right? You go for a Chinese and you're like, oh, what we'll get, and I get the same thing every single
Every
time.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's reliable and I know I can count on it.
I get various things.
That's
I
because
didn't
you're a
moan about
renegade,
it.
Kyle.
No, I wouldn't. What?
You're a renegade.
Well, there's just some rules for folk. You know me.
Yes.
So, it's my game this week, and it is a return of an old classic. It is the transfer game that's coming back. However, I put
Boo!
a slight twist on it. It is the retired special. So they're all retired this time.
Oh, that's
Terrible.
So
even
name of the
worse.
game, aim of the game rather. I will give some clues. If you get the clue in 1 point, you obviously get 5 points, and that goes down to 1 point.
Point.
Clues goes as follows: year and fee, then position, then nationality, then team they left and team they joined. If you haven't watched this before, so let's get started, shall we?
No.
So, number one, player number one. 2009, 30 million pound, not pounds, euros even. We go for transfer marks. 2009, 30 million.
Alano.
No.
Joe!
No. 2009, 30 million for a striker.
It's not the Joe,
Adebayor.
guys.
Not Adebayor, no. I didn't hear what Greg said.
I said it could still be Joe, guys.
Wasn't the first
Is that your
time?
guess?
Eduardo.
No. 2009, 30 million for a striker from Germany.
Closer.
Yourself closer.
No. I like
We
you
both
both,
said closer as well.
both closer after he said 2009, 30 million for a striker from Germany that left Stuttgart.
Mario
Mm.
Gomez.
Correct. Mario Gomez is
That's
correct.
Podolski.
Well done. That is 2 points. Let me get my score sheet up.
Where did he go again? Fiorentina?
Iron Man.
Too early
Bayern
for him to go
Munchen.
Fiorentina. Bayern Munich and then Fiorentina.
Yeah. Right. Number 2. 1992,
Oh, for God's
1.8
sake.
1.8 million.
Ian Wright.
No.
Pep Guardiola.
No. 1992, 1.8 million for an attacker. I've wrote attacker. If it's like kind of attacking midfielder and
Across the
striker,
front.
put attacker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul Gascoigne.
Nope.
That's a good shout. My 90s football knowledge is shocking.
Well, you were born in the 80s.
Yeah,
Clock is
1998, you
ticking.
dick. No, I don't. I genuinely don't guess.
1982, 1.8 million for an attacker from France.
Zidane.
Incorrect.
Motherfucker.
Language. I might have to bleep you for that.
Good.
I'll just bleep everything you say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stalling because I don't know.
Well, that's not really how it works. Go
I
on.
declined to provide an answer.
1982, 1.8 million for an attacker from France left Leeds United.
Cantona.
Yeah.
Correct. 2 points to join Manchester United.
He's so much quicker on the draw than me.
Get him quick.
You got him with Mario Gomez. I thought it was a good one.
I didn't know if Kyle was getting Mario Gomez
I said Podolski. I was going to say Podolski.
Right. Right, a bit more modern for Greg not to moan about. 2011, 34 million.
What year, sorry?
2011, 34 million.
Thank you.
Robin Van Persie.
Negative.
Kaká.
No, neither. 2011, I would never have got that. 2011, 34 million for a midfielder.
Itzel.
No.
Blast. That was a wee humdinger
I'm
as
just trying
well.
to see if there's anything I fancy digging about for.
Is that why your eyes are squinted? Because you're trying to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Nah, carry on.
You get yourself flustered and let him get under your skin and then don't give an answer. 2011, 34 million for a midfielder from Spain.
Oh, never.
Oh, David Silva.
No.
Yeah,
Is
trick
he
the
good
Spaniards.
pals with Jacques Tavernier?
Try tricking the Spaniards.
The only Spaniards I can think of played for bloody Barcelona, and I know it's none of them.
Well, you have to rush
Move
you.
on.
You're not giving an answer about the last 3 months. 2011.
Esco, fuck it.
No,
still
2011, 34
Still
million
wrong.
for a midfielder from Spain left Arsenal.
Fabregas.
Yep.
Good lad.
I thought you were still playing.
No.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
pretty sure he is too.
No, but
Well, according to transfer market, it said
no,
retired.
I think he
Oh.
owns a club. Is
Yeah,
it
he owns
Como?
Como.
I think that's what it is.
I know
Well,
he
he doesn't
maybe
play for
played
them.
for them last season.
Maybe.
Maybe it does. Let me consult VAR.
No,
No, that's
I think
fine.
I'm sure he's retired.
Retired, working as an assistant manager for Como.
Yeah.
Ah.
Right. Right, Greg, you're still on this. Right. Just for Greg. Right. 1986, 3.2 million.
Oh, for God's sake.
Rude Hullet.
No.
I'm trying to think who cost a lot of money back then. I can't remember.
What's the scores? 4-2.
4-2.
4-2.
Move
Good
on.
round.
1986, 3.2 million.
Can we clarify 86 or 96? Because the first time you said 86.
Yeah, 1986.
80.
That's fine. That time it sounded like 90.
Sorry, it's just my mumbling. 1986, 3.2 million.
For
that.
Striker.
Thank you.
86. Bloody hell. This one might be wrong. Hernan Crespo.
No.
Don't know who he was kicking about.
I know I can't think of anyone who played football in 1986 that's doing my nothing.
wouldn't have thought so. You weren't.
Who won the World Cup in 1986? Franz Beckenbauer.
No.
The famous striker.
It wasn't a
Yeah.
striker either. 1986, 3.2 million for a striker from England.
Gary
Oh.
Lineker.
3 points.
I think I'm in the wrong time. I was going to say Jimmy Greaves.
I thought
Gary
Gary Lineker was in the wrong time, man. Was that go to Barcelona?
Everton to Barcelona, yeah. Well done.
Right, I need a blowout. I need
Oh.
the hardest player we've ever had for both of us to get nothing.
What was that? 3 points, sorry.
It was. It's 5-4.
So, yeah, I thought that I actually put Monkey. I was telling that confused me. Right. 2001, 13.5 million.
Zidane.
Jabril Cissé.
What did you say, Greg? Because Kyle's incorrect.
Zidane.
No. 2001, 13.5 million for a midfielder.
Balak.
No.
Oh, that's a shout. Lampard.
No. 2001, 13.5 million for a midfielder from the Netherlands.
Schneider.
Seedorf.
No. 2001, 13.5 million from a midfielder from the Netherlands left Rangers.
Oh, I'm going to say the wrong guy. Alberts.
Not Alberts. He was German.
And I can't think of his name. I'm having a complete blank.
I'm going to say the wrong guy anyway again.
No, you're not. The thing is, 1 point ties it.
I've got a tiebreaker.
That's fine. I have no idea. I cannot think of their name.
2001, 13.5 million for a midfielder from the Netherlands left Rangers to join Arsenal.
Van Bronckhorst.
That's his name.
Yep.
I knew it was one of them. I thought it was a left back, so that's why I was hesitant.
I just had a complete mind blank.
That's fine. Good job I made a decider. That's 5-5. People were screaming at the screen there. I can tell. Right. 2001, 77.5 million.
Luis Figo.
Michael Owen.
No. 2001, 77.5 million for an attacker.
77 or 17?
77.5.
Zidane.
Correct.
I don't think it was that much.
I didn't think he was an attacker.
I would say he's an attacking midfielder, so yeah.
I would have said he was a midfielder, yeah.
What? Zidane?
I would say.
Well, I've got a VAR. I've double checked it all, and I
No, I don't think it makes a difference. Well done, Kyle.
I would argue with you if it benefited me, but we get the same question.
Oh well,
done,
sorry.
If I lost, then maybe
I've
a different story,
again.
but
Well, that's no down below what you think. Right, let's move on.
the streak
shall we?
continues.
It does continue.
That's 3. He's on for a 3.
I'm furious about that. Yeah, let's go on predictions. Last week, a fairly meddling performance from all of us, to be honest. No draws in the 6 games picked. I got 2 points. I've wrote down that Kyle got 2 points, even though he got 1, which is
See, you getting cheated at now.
fantastic. And yeah, that's gone really well for him. So I got 2 points, Robert got 3 points, Kyle got 1 point. That takes the total scores to Kyle on 73, Robert on 81, catching me very slowly, and I am on 88. This week it's my turn to pick the games. We're going for a streamlined version this week, so I'm just going to give you some very quick stats. No Premiership games, but we'll start in the Championship with Morton versus Dunfermline, which is 5th versus 6th, and 37 points plays 35.
Morton.
Draw for me.
Greenock Morton.
League One, Annan versus Kelty Hearts. That is 9th versus 6th, 27 points versus 34 points. Annan for me. So Kelty did win midweek.
I think a draw.
I'm also thinking a draw.
League Two,
Oh, no,
Forth versus
wrong one.
Elgin, 6th versus 7th, 35 points, plays 35 points.
Elgin.
Draw.
4-4.
National League, Southend United versus Woking, 11th versus 15th, 51 points versus 47 points. Both these sides on quite a long unbeaten run.
Aye.
Seasiders.
Two for the Seasiders, home advantage. And then 2 international games. We've got England versus Brazil, which is 3rd versus 5th in the world.
Where's it being played? England.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's at Wembley.
Draw. Very exciting to do.
I was going to say draw, but because Kyle said draw, I'm going to go England.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with draw. And the last one is France versus Germany.
France.
Yeah, France.
For the sake of points, I might go draw. Just to try
You
and
go
win
draw?
some. Yeah, go draw.
Cool. That's the end of predictions for this week.
Thank you very much, Gregory. Kyle, would you like to do the FPL update?
I want of the good stuff. Well, yeah, kind of
Are we?
good. Yeah.
Might just cut it out this week again.
Albeit it was a very minimal game week because of the FA Cup. But yeah, that's nothing's really changed. It was Darren Whitfield, then our good friend Kyle Pagan.
Boo.
Well done. I always say well done.
Only to him. You don't say well done to Darren Whitfield who's top of the league.
I just went.
We don't know who he is. So come
I
forward.
told everyone in our football chat, he's my doppelganger. He's my burner account.
Well, pish. If he comes forward with his true identity, then he'll get a well done.
Come back to me when you stayed 15th for the last 7 game weeks.
Third is Mr. Nathan Stew. That's his
Well done,
street name.
Nathaniel.
Then fourth's Jack Hughes. Well done. Sixth is myself. Way down 15th, Robert. And Scott Miller's still in last place, so keep up the good work.
Fantastic.
Tangible chats for me.
Greg, you're fifth, don't worry. Just nobody like cares about fifth place. That's it. Let's just.
No, I think that does the job. Thank you very much for that, Kyle.
Thanks for telling me.
And that brings us to an end for this week. Just the usual. Give us a wee like on this video.
Fifth place.
Do you know what's better? No, I can't.
Yeah, no, it's because it's back to front.
Also bloody.
Like the video.
Fanny.
Comment who you think should be in the Scotland starting 11 for the friendlies. Give us a wee like on our socials.
Everyone write 1 billion comments to Zinedine Zidane's a midfielder.
Okay, that too. So is it right? See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Godspeed.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Greg from the Edit. I have prepared a short statement. I am disappointed to be in the end of an unjust defeat in this week's edition of the transfer game. I feel that the decision made to award Kyle the win in the tiebreak was a clear and obvious error, which was not overturned by the video assistant referee. I am calling for the audio of that decision to be released as soon as possible. I am on the end of what can only be described as corruption. I am consulting with my team on potential legal action to ensure those responsible are held to justice. I have massive respect for my opponent, Mr. Kyle Palmer, as he tries to extend his unbeaten run, and feel sorry that he will forever have this dark cloud hanging over that run. I appreciate your support during this time and would like to thank you for watching this episode.